Hello, I'm Sheila Blanco, Public Information Manager for Savannah-Chatham County Public Schools with highlights from the February 2023 meeting of the Board of Education. A report on the district's long-range facilities master plan was presented at the informal meeting. Staff detailed information on the district's facility condition assessment as a key component of the Georgia Department of Education's local facilities plan process. Assessments were made of school facilities condition, educational sustainability, and technology readiness, and facility recommendations were presented for discussion purposes based on a long-range plan to address district needs and account for facilities as they cycle out of service. A report on the district's faculty and support staff retention rate was also presented at the informal meeting. The retention rate in both categories has seen a slight decrease since the pandemic. The 2021-22 retention rate for district support staff is slightly above the national average of 80%, but the retention rate for teachers is slightly below the national average of 84%. Those national averages are identified as target goals. A number of efforts being undertaken by the district to increase those percentages were also detailed. A report on projected enrollment and how those projections affect budget planning was also presented to the board at the informal meeting. Some key points include the fact that public schools across the United States have lost more than 1 million students since the start of the pandemic. Birth rate declines account for approximately 25% of that number. Charter schools, virtual schools, and private schools have all seen some growth in enrollment for a variety of reasons since the pandemic. K-12 enrollment declines are expected to continue due largely to that declining birth rate. If declining enrollment translates to a reduction in funding, districts may need to look for ways to trim costs while still supporting strong teacher-led instruction. The board proclaimed February 6th through 10th, 2023 as National School Counseling Week to recognize school counselors who are actively committed to helping students explore their abilities, strengths, interests, and talents as these traits relate to career opportunities and their ongoing academic development. And last but not least, the Superintendent Student of the Month for January was announced as Mason Dempsey. He's a 7th grader at Durin Middle School. Congratulations to Mason. You can, of course, learn more about any of these stories by viewing the agenda items under Board Resources on sccpss.com or by watching video recordings of the meetings on our website or YouTube channel, SCCPSS Communications. We thank you for your interest in Savannah-Chatham County Public Schools.